Good morning, a very early morning from Victoria Station. Today I am catching the coach from London to Paris, and the first stop is a bathroom. Okay, let's start that again. So I'm going to do the quick walk from, well, 10-minute walk I would say, from Victoria Station to Victoria Coach Station, and then it's time to find the number 700, 7 o'clock to Paris. So we're at gate 4, which is actually just right next to the departure board, so that's nice and easy. And speaking of 4, that is more than the number of hours I got of sleep. These are marvellous bags that are only going to get worse over the day. But the nice thing about having a 9-hour coach, plenty of time to nap. How we say disaster. I was waiting at the wrong gate. Too blind. So I read Paris, gate 4. Turns out there were 3 other Paris coaches. So I just ran all the way to gate 20. There's nothing on the screen there. There's people waiting around. And then I realized there was a megabus stuff posted all over the columns. So I freaked out, ran back to check the screen again. And it's gate 20, but it's just showing as delayed. So, sorry for the lady I banged into while I was running, and embarrassing. So my theory is that this is our bus coming in from Disneyland Paris, and it's going to be about 25 minutes late.
Ferries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Your tour will end.
So there's lots of day tours going at the moment for Windsor, Stonehenge, Manchester, which means our coach is tucked behind here.
Luggage. You have luggage on the side. No, I have luggage. You have luggage on the side. Take it out passport,
Thought I had these seats. Turns out they've blocked them out. So this is row 1, which I'm not very impressed at, I have to say. These handwritten seat numbers wasn't
for me.
not a good start. Okay, so decent legroom for a shorty. And there's little footrests. Oh, which don't really move. Oh, hang on. There's a check. Little table. USBs, I wonder if they work. This clock is wrong. It's 7:46 and we're just leaving now. I guess that wouldn't really matter if we were just driving, but we've got to get a ferry. So I hope we are on time for that. I wonder what happens if we're not. Hoping to get a good amount of nap today. See? And I think the fact that I paid $3.99 for this seat in the first row means that no one else is here, which helps. Let's see if we've got some power. Yes, we have power. Excellent. Got an hour and a half to make this ferry according to their schedule. So let's just hope that's not actually when the ferry leaves, or we are not going to be on it. Passport check. We've got a half an hour stop here at Dover, so I've just hopped off the coach to go and see what's in this terminal. I mean, if anything, I might grab a bit of breakfast. But still feels a bit early to eat. The boat's just over there somewhere. The boat's just through there. So I think I've managed about half an hour of sleep, which isn't quite what I was going for. But it's been quite comfortable so far. I thought my nose was getting a bit cold, but the coach seems to have warmed back up again, thank goodness, because I was not up for being freezing all the way to Paris. Right, let's see what we've got. Thus far, it's giving distinctly service station vibes. Bit of coffee, Direct Smiths with everything that offers, Burger King if you want a Whopper for breakfast, and some bathrooms. Gotta make use of the bathrooms when you can find them. We're on deck 5 red, which we've all been encouraged to remember, so that when we come back down we can find our coach. And I'm trying to remember down at the front on the left.
Attention, moving vehicles on the car deck. Attention, la circulation des véhicules sur le pont.
All very festive. It's Christmas on the P&O ferry. So here's one of the duty-free shops, which will open up when we leave port, I guess. The White Cliffs of Dover. Everyone bundled straight up to deck 9, presumably to go to the food spot, the food market it's called. But yeah, still not really hungry. That's cute. I'd like to see all of those, please. Quiet lounge. I don't think the boys have realised there's a quiet lounge. Somewhere to take the doggos if they need a wee. This is the outside bit of the pet lounge. This is the non-smoking side.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board the Ferries of France. This is a reminder that the ship will be sailing to the port of Calais in 15 minutes time. Thank you.
And that's the smoking side. Ooh. Bit of gambling. It says the bar, but I didn't see anywhere that they could serve drinks. Maybe they come around with a trolley? Is that weird? This is what's called the family lounge, where they've got kind of a shop cafe. It's a big central area with some massage chairs and then like front row sofa seats. And I think everyone in the know came straight down here. For the view. You can't tell? Okay. So this is like the main dining room, the food market. I don't know why they said I couldn't film at all. And just like that, it is time that we are off. There's an hour and 55 minutes on this ferry, so we're due to get in at 2:05 French time, so I might just adjust my watch now. So bye England! See you on Sunday! So up these stairs, admission by ticket only, is the club lounge, which is kind of a bit like an airport lounge. It's got included food and drink, and you can only get in by scanning a ticket. So I was going to try and pop in and show you, but it's not going to happen. What we can see from here is some nice comfy seating, and over there They've got some bar optics. On their pictures downstairs, they have a croissant, so I guess croissant and booze. They also have an exclusive outdoor area with some seating, which is quite nice. But it is November, so it's a little cold. I did think about booking in, as it's only, I think, £24, if Google is to be believed. And we would spend that on an airport lounge, but I think it slightly defeats the object to pay more for the lounge than this coach ticket would have been. So I think I'll just find some sort of drink elsewhere. Thinking about that club lounge, it's just occurred to me, most of the people here are driving, or they are going to get on a coach where you can't really pee. So I bet that no one really makes it worth it, because they can't drink that much liquid or booze. So they're probably making a profit on every single passenger. Very smart, P&O, very smart. As you can see, France is clearly in view. So myself a little snack, some crisps and some Pims, because I got jealous of all those people in the club lounge. I get absolutely at this pillow that folds out to it, which is stupid, because if you need a pillow, you probably also need a blanket at the same time. I have put 2 blow-up pillows in here so I can have both. I'll probably just use that all the way back. It's not super cold on here at the moment. I don't know if I will put the clue in, but 2 people asked for him to turn the heat down, and I was like, so yeah, just gonna use it. It's about 4:20, and we've just stopped at this Bonjour place. We've only got 10 minutes here, so it's a quick toilet stop. Maybe we're grabbing a few bits to eat as well. Don't want to get copyrighted, but the driver's just stuck on music, even though a bunch of people have been asleep. Thanks, dude. He was on the phone and laughing really loudly. He was on the phone for like ages. I guess he ran out of people to talk to. So it's 6:20. We have arrived about 45-50 minutes late. There's a dude trying to get a taxi out of me. So not too trouble. I'm not really sure how. So I was recording this at Bercy bus station, but you know what? It was really crowded. There was a guy who was touting for taxis, which don't get a taxi when you first arrive in Paris. That is not a good idea. They are gonna rip you off. And he just would not stop shouting taxi at me. Even I went round the corner, he still followed me. He was like, taxi, taxi. I was like, oh my lord. And then I stepped outside the station, and it's so badly lit. It's, I mean, all right. So then it was like, what, 20 to 7 or something? And it's winter, so it was dark, but the light was really dark yellow lighting, like, felt quite sketchy. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to put my devices away and chat to you now. So as I was saying, for $18.99, which is the price it would have been if I'd have bought the ticket when I first looked about 3-4 weeks ago, this is incredible value. I looked today and I was looking at all the ferries, the prices of ferries, and it's £30 per person. So the ferry alone costs a third more than this whole journey, which includes it. So I think that is crazy. I spent about £7 on board, getting a Kit Kat chunky, kettle chips, and a Pims, because I'm healthy. I don't know, I just went into some kind of holiday mode. So in total, it was what, £24? And it was a daytime and the ferry was fine. It was a bit rocky, but not in any way like sick making. So yeah, I think that was 1,000% worth it. Obviously, if you're in a rush or you can afford it, the train is probably a slightly superior option in terms of time cost benefit. I don't know how to say that. It gets you here much faster. There you go. And sometimes it doesn't cost much more. But if you're on a budget, I think that the daytime coach is great. My next FlixBus adventure is to go home again. I'm going to be traveling from Disneyland Paris overnight to London. But this one, it goes on the Channel Tunnel train, so you don't have to get off the bus at all. So there will be some disturbances for passport control. It'll probably be a bit bumpy getting on and off the train and stuff, but hopefully can kind of hunker down and keep trying to nap in between those little bits. That, when I looked, was $23.99, so a tiny bit more expensive, probably because it is going directly from Disneyland Paris, but it was a good time of night. And the other thing is, the thing I was originally looking at was back from the Bercy bus station to London, and having seen it at this time of night, I'm quite glad I'm not going to be there around midnight, which was my original plan. If you found this video useful or you're enjoying the content, then I would love it if you'd subscribe, hit like, and if you ding that bell, you'll be notified when we post new videos. Thank you.
I see a light, and we can